All right, this 60 divided by 2 is a 33. Okay, this angle is 33. The other angle is 31. You can use, okay, exterior angle. This exterior angle equals sum of two removed angles. 31 plus 33 is how much? That's all. 64, okay? Yeah, well, just confused. Or you can find this angle too. Okay, this is about, okay, maybe you can find this angle, right? You can find this angle. This angle is how much? 66, right? 180 minus 140 is still 66. And after that, you can find these angles, okay? So 180 minus 197, something like that. After that, you can find this angle, vertical angles. After that, take off these two, 30, 33, and this vertical angles from 180. Now you got this one, but it takes too long, right? Maybe another way, this is better. This is not bad. You can find this obtuse angle, okay? You have, right, 31 plus 30, that is 64, isn't it? So this will be 116 degree. After that, you can take, right, just supplementary angle, okay, 180 minus 116 will be 64. You can do this way too, okay? But I think if you know the exterior angles, you know, there must be easier way, I think, okay? So choice C is this, okay? Number 4 here. 5. So we have a rectangle. The width, usual width is the shorter side, the length is the longer side, okay? It doesn't have to be, but just our mathematical rule, we take our width is small, length is a little bit longer, okay? So this is x plus 6. All right, so we're gonna find perimeter. Perimeter is what the length of all sides. This is a rectangle is also parallelogram, opposite side are equal. This is also W plus 6, the other side W. All sides are, or opposite sides are congruent. So perimeter you can add more in terms of W. W is a variable, okay, we said open. You can put in the way any number there, okay? So how many W? 1, 2, 3, 4 W. How many numbers are there which are constant? 6 plus 6 is 12. That's the perimeter, okay? Choice is the answer. But sometimes they're asking you area. Area is what? W times W plus 6. Width times length, okay? All right, number 6. Oh, this is very popular SAT math. But it looks like, right, this is number 6, maybe easy, but most students, they're uncomfortable, okay? They don't like this type of question because they have what? Inequality. Equation is okay, you can solve it. Inequality, we cannot solve it. We just find what? Some solution area using graph. As I told you, also we can use, okay, algebraic. The only things we can do, this large one is greater than small one. Large 2 is greater than small 2. This is greater to greater. Sum of two large one always greater than sum of two small one. This is the only way we can do that. You can use this one too if you can. But we're gonna try this one. Okay, number 2 different ways. Okay, so using the graph. Where is the y? This is already equals, okay, this is greater than, when you divide by 2, y is greater than 5. Okay, to make a graph, you make it equal, right? Y equals 2x minus 1 and x equals 5. So when you make it visible, the graph, 2x minus 1, y intercept is negative 1 over here, slope is 2, approximate. Okay, you don't need the exact number. times this one. And x is 5 over here. Now find the solution set. Y is greater than this graph is over the graph, but there's no equal. So we're gonna make a dotted line over the graph here. Now the next one is what? X is greater than 5. Also, there's no equal, should be dotted line. But the value of x is what? Right of the 5. But this is what greater over here. Right over 5 this side. By common, only this one, right? This is your set, solution set. A lot. We have a lot of, right? How many? Infinite many. It's not uncountable. This is solution set up here. Using this solution set, now take a look over here. Very good question. Okay, which of the following consists of what? Y coordinate. Don't care about x coordinate, only y value. Which is the y value of this solution set? This is the minimum value of y. Or value of y in this solution already graded these numbers. What that means, we need to find intersection. So y equal to x plus 1, x equal 5. When x equal 5, put this number into the x, you will get the y, right? This is x coordinate y, x equal 5. Put this number here, not here, right? We can. This is a vertical line. There's all x5. So we're going to put this number over here. Y equals how much? 2 times 5 minus 1. Is this correct? Let me see. Oh, I'm sorry. Divided by 2, okay? 5 over 2, right? Okay, this is 5 over 2. Sorry about that. I forgot divided by 2. This is 5 over 2. When x is 5 over 2, 2 is cancelled out. 5 minus 1. That is y coordinate. The intersection of this y coordinate is 4. All the value of what? In this solution set already greater than 4 because both two lines are dot. It should be y equals greater than 4 is the answer. This is by using the graph. Because the questions about this type of questions are already very simple. Simple graph. You can graph right very easily. That is SAT. The graph is more complicated. That is not SAT questions. Now, second one is I'm going to use this algebra. Algebra is both sides large, large, small, small. That means what inequality the direction should be equal. When you take over all large, it's okay. You can use this one. Y is greater than 2x minus 1. 2x is what? Greater than 5. Both sides the same direction. We're going to make sure. But we don't need to write the value. We're talking about the y. So we have to eliminate x. But if they already have right same numbers. Okay? Or maybe you can change this way too. To eliminate, one is positive, the other one is a negative. So 0, negative 2x over here is going to be negative 2x plus 5, is it? If there are different numbers, you're going to make it equal. Okay? Multiply some numbers. But it's already what 2, negative 2, perfect. You can add these two. 0 is greater than this is canceled out. Negative 1 plus 5 is 4. Then you get what the same answer. But only this algorithm working. Subtract is not working, okay? Subtract is totally different. 10 is greater than 2. 9 is greater than negative 5 when you subtract. 10 minus 1 is 1. 2 minus 5 is 7. 1 is not greater than 7. So subtract not working. Only addition is working, okay? That is one of the skills. Any questions on here, number 6? All right, now move on number 7. This is the lyrical equation, square root equation. I told you, do not solve it. Because I have to find the answer, you have to check again. It takes time. We're wasting our time. Maybe you can slide rubber change. One side is what? 2x plus 6. Right hand side, all the number to the right. So minus 4 minus is x minus 1, right? So we have only radical numbers in the left hand side, the right hand side, no radical. And this is the easiest way to check. You don't have to solve this one. If you solve this one, maybe you might have some number out of, because this is a plus minus, we got maybe maximum 2 numbers of x. So we have 3 numbers of x, -1, 5, and 0. Maybe 2 of this one, maybe solution set, or 1. Just check it. But when you take it over here, this is a plus. Principal square root, we said principal square root. Principal square root is always positive or equal 0. It never negative number. Negative number, you can prove a negative sign. But this is positive. This one should be positive. If x is -1, -1, -2, not working. Or substitute inside there. 2 times -1 plus 6. This is already positive. -2, 6 is what? Positive 4. Square root positive 4 is about 2. This is positive, but right hand side, when you put this number negatively in there, -1 minus -1 is -2. That is a negative number. It can be equals. Anyway, this one, for any value of x, for the given should be positive. If this number is negative, that is imaginary. It doesn't work. So x is 5. 5 minus 1 is 4. That might be working. Or you can check it out if you don't believe this one. 5 minus 1 is 4. This is positive, this is positive. 16 square root 16 equals 4. That's true, right? What about 0? Prove 0, that is -1. Maybe you want to check this one, you can check it out. Okay? Put this number 0 over there, 6. But this is 0 over here, negative. They're not equal, definitely. Okay? So what that means, this equation has only one solution set, 5. Okay? Or you can solve this or make a square root. Better kick around, sorry. 2x plus 6 square root, square over this one, the square root is out, is going to be 2x plus 6 equals, this one is x minus 1, you can solve this, x minus 1 squared. X squared minus 2x plus 1, 2x plus 6. So x squared minus 2x minus is minus 4x minus 6 minus -5 equals 0. X minus 5, x plus 1 equals 0. We have 2 solutions, x equals 5 or x equals -1. 0 is not, but you have to check it again because what square root is inside the number is domain is restricted. Restricted means what? They can accept by every number. When they got the number inside the number is negative, they don't accept. Okay? So all the way down is wasting time, right? So remember, when you have a square root equation problem, just check it out or select all possible, list all possible solutions in the what choices and check it out. Okay, that is number 7. Number 8 is just to simplify, right? F of x over g of x when x is greater than 3. What that means? F of x is x cubed minus 9x. G of x is x squared minus 2x minus 3. How to simplify? But they have a common factor, they're gonna be canceled out. We don't have a right keyboard on this one because what they have a common factor is canceled out, cross out. So this is not the answer. They might have a right common factor there. Factor this one. X is out inside the x squared minus 9 down over here, x minus 3, you know how to factor, right? But this is a difference of squares continued factor over here, x minus 3, x plus 3. Okay, always what? Polynomial quotient factor can be cancelled by factor, okay? So this is factor, now cancel. So what I got? X times x plus 3 over x plus 2. Okay? I'm sorry, this is x plus 3, 1, okay? Choice D is the answer, okay? All right, move on number 9 there. But you have to recognize this is the equation of what? Circle. Where's the center? I'm going to generate, right? I'm not going to use, okay, XY plane. Center is what? 6 and negative 5 is the center, not negative 6, 5, okay? Center always we need a negative number. This number, except negative, is center. This is R square, all right? This is R square. So the radius is a positive, we'll take on a positive, right? So radius is 4, maybe diameter is what, 8, something like that, okay? But check out what is being asked. BQ is the diameter. BQ is diameter. PQ is diameter. P has coordinate 10 and negative 5. There's can you find the right coordinates of these numbers, A and B. This is just about the midpoint because this is diameter. This center is the midpoint of these 2 points PQ. You know how to find the midpoint? That's a formula, right? X1 plus X2 over 2 and Y1 plus Y2 over 2 is midpoint. Using the midpoint X coordinate, A plus 10 and divided by 2 must be this X coordinate midpoint. Second one is now Y coordinate, B plus negative 5 and over 2, that equals this Y coordinate. Okay, so A plus 2 must be 12. 2 times 6 is 12. So A must be 2, isn't it? B minus 5 equals what is that? Negative 10. B equals what? Negative 5. Okay? That's that. 12, negative 5 is the coordinate to point the Q. All right, number 10. We have 202 people went on overnight camping trip, taking, they're gonna take 60 tents. But we have 2 different type of 60 tent. I can see that we are 2 people tent and 4 people tent. This is 2 people tent, 4 people tent. Assuming all tents were filled of capacity, okay, that's not empty. Okay. But we're gonna find how many tents were 2-person tent. I'm going, this is a tent, this is the X. You can use this as a Y, but it's already about 60 is given. You better use one variable. You can use Y, it doesn't matter, but total is 60 or the other one, right? The rest of them X, that is number 1, 4 people tent. This is a 60 minus X. We can go directly. Now, how many people are there? 202. Now we're gonna check the number of people using what? The number of tents. Because we're gonna find the value of X. So we're gonna find the relationship, the number of tents and the total number of people. 2 people, X tents. How many people are there? 2 times X. 4 people tent, we have this much. 60 minus X. When you multiply by 4, it's going to give us the number of people there. Times 60 is how much? 240 minus 4x. When you add this one, that is total equals 202 people out there. So add 2x minus 4x and negative 2x and 240. That is equals to 202. Okay, quickly, right? You can set up the equation very quickly. Because I'm going very slow over here, okay, to define, okay, to express more detail. So negative 2x equals 202 minus 240 is what? 38. That's going to be negative 38. When you divide by 2, x equals 19. That's okay. Or maybe I have another tutor overseas, okay, in the Asian side. But see, okay, actually Japan, already he's taking like a plug-in number. Yeah, that is okay too. I have no objection to this one. But you want to try every time. Plug-in number. But sometimes easy. Something like this. This is one of the very good example to use the plug-in number. But not everything. How want to use the plug-in number over here? Number 9. But you want to try plug-in number 9 too. Number 8, impossible. Number 7 is okay. This is actually, you can use a plug-in number. We have to go that way, this one, when you have a logical equation. That's true. This is one of the examples we can do plug-in number 10. How many people? 2 people, but we have some risk. If the answer is up here or up here, we have to check right this way, 3 times. If the answer is over here, there might be luck. If the answer is what? In D, wow, you have to check. It takes time. It takes more time than these solutions. Okay, that's the problem. So already plug-in number, that's the risk. So how can you find plug-in number? 30, this one. 2 people, 10 to 30, 6 people, 60 people, they are using 2 people, 10. The other one is how many? 60 minus 30 is what? The other one is what? 30 tenths left, okay? So I'm going to 30 tenths left. Check it out. This is 2 people, this is 4 people. 4 times 30 is what? 120. When you add these 2 people, 180. That is not the answer, okay? Cross out. Now check it out the next one. The next one. But it doesn't matter if your mathematics skills is very fast, you can do it this way. Okay, but remember, it's not working to every questions. Only this type is okay. I have no objection, okay? But the best way is we just try algebraically. That is the best one. You know why? Okay, this is another different story. I'm going to tell later, okay? That is number 10. Now move on number 12 over here. This is number 12. This is also a very simple SAT questions. Many times they gave this type of questions already. Because we have 2 variables there, A and B, with 1 equation. We don't know the value of A and B. We don't know a lot. Because there are ratios of 1/2, a lot, infinite many. But we just can't find, okay, only one solution, find out the number, because what they're asking you the ratio. Ratio is already equal. Maybe you can try, if you know this one, 2 times, can you shoot over A over B? That is 1/2. So what is the ratio of A over B? Divided by 2, or times 1/2, times 1/2. A over B is 1/4. But this is B over A, you can flip, right? B over A is what? 4/1, which is 4. That's the answer. Or another way is what? You can express B over A in terms of other variable. When you multiply over here, 1 times B is B, 2 times 2 is 4a. We just got the relationship. Put this number over here. 4a over a equals 4. That's another method. Okay, because this is a general approach because we don't know a. Or maybe someone like, I'm going to probably a is 1. B is 4. A times 4 because it's going to be work for any value of a and b. It's going to be work. Even what? The value of b is 4 times value of a. That's okay. This number 4 is what? 4 times 1. These two numbers will work. Put this number in there. B is 4, A is 1, 4. This is another way too. Maybe this is a little top way. Maybe you can decide value of A and B from this ratio. 2a equals 1 is what? A equals 1/2. B equals 2 is what? B equals 2. Put this number in there. That's the same number. Times 2 times is 1/4. You can use this number too, same thing. Or you can use this number directly. B is 2, A is 1/2, which is 4, isn't it? There are several way approach on these questions. Okay, so which one is better? The best way, if you know this one is the best way, or you can use this one too. This is not bad. Okay, so this is more general. Okay, just cross multiply 4a equals b. You can plug some numbers. A is 1, b is 4. Using this number, this is more general. I recommend this approach. Any questions on this? All right, number 13 over here. Okay, always we need to understand what the question. Okay, that is very important. I think this is the same type of questions. Like the last time we had almost savage this one. Oil gas production dropped from 4 million barrels in 2002. Okay, there in 2002, 4 million. I'm going to just 2000 here, there is 4 million there, 4 million barrels. But 1.9 million barrels in 2000, so not dropped, 2013 over here, 2013, the amount is about 1.9 million barrels. That's it, not drop, okay? The amount from here. Anyway, you can see that the gas will be decreased by same constant rate. It's going to be linear. They're going to decrease with this straight line. But they're asking you find what the equation of this line. Actually, this is a positive slope. It's not working. But this is both a negative, same y-intercept 4. That's fine. We just find the slope. Slope is different. Actually, what is this? Can be slope? No way. This is not changing y. 90 up here. Where is this one? This is a change in y. 4 minus 1.9 is 2.1, right? That is a change in y over 13 years. Slope is what is that? Negative, because this is decreasing is negative. Change in y to 2.1, change in x is 13 times 10, negative 21 over 130. That is a slope. Okay. This is not decreased portion. From here to here, that is 1 point not decrease. This is decreased gas 2.1, right? During period what 13 years. But slope is about 1 year slope, 1 year decrease, right? So we can divide by 13. Are you okay? So number 13 is this, okay? Number 15 over here. We got to recreate new functions in terms of all the function g of x. G of x is already given. Maybe you can try this one, f of x, you can express h of x. How? 1 minus g of x is a 2 minus 1, isn't it? Now you got the h of x in terms of x, not in terms of g of x. This is 1 minus 2x and plus 1. That is 2 minus 2x. H of x equal to minus 2x. What is the value of h when x equals 0? Okay, when x equals 0. Put this number h, x equals 0. Put this number, follow the rule. 2 times x equals 0. It's 2, isn't it? Or you can quickly find over h of 0 equals this is compare the numbers. It's like equal to this number, g of 0. When you got the g of 0, take this number from 1, that is h of 0. So, but g of 0 we have to find from here because g of x is not given. Here is g of x. What is the g of 0? Negative 1. Now after that, plug over here. You got the same numbers. But when you have a very simple function over here, just plug in there. That is the best way, I think. Use this one, okay? And that is number 15. Number 17 is okay. Number 17 is okay. Number 90, go to number 90. Actually, number 18 is okay. Okay. Where is number 90? Okay, start a company, new company, right? Open 8 employees. The company growth plan, they're gonna hire new employees. We hire each quarter every 4 months. Okay, no, 3 months, right? Quarter every 3 months. So 3 times 12 months, that's fine. For the first 5 years. Just give me a second. All right, okay, after this. Okay, the equation is increased. I know that's decreased. From where? From initially it has 8 employees already. But every quarter, every 1 quarter increased by 2. What is this? This number is a slope. 2 is a slope. 8 is y-intercept, b value. The equation, we know that a plus 2x is number of quarters. First quarter plus 2. So it will be 10 employees there. Second quarter, another 2 times 2 is what? In second quarter, another 2 total is 4 increase. A plus 4 is 12 employees. That's the equations. What is the value b? B is over here, y-intercept, the starting point. When they started, they have 8 employees. So this number 8 is the value of B, okay? So 8 is the answer. All right, number 20. All right, number 20 is we know that the length of arc is proportional to its central angles. If the central angle is over 90, this length of arc is x. If 180, 2x, twice. 270 is 3 times over 90, it will be 3x. From here to here, all the way 3x. Okay. Always the length of arc. We said just arc length is proportion. This is a proportion to its central. Central angle twice, arc twice. They change with the same rate. All right, this length of arc is 2 pips of circumference. This is to the other side is what? All together, right? All together is 5. Also, this angle is also what? 2 pips of 1 tire, 360. That's it. The ratio is what? Same thing. Okay? So this value of x is what? 360. This is also a 2 pips. Length of arc, central angle, they are proportional. So times 2, 5. Okay? So this is 1, this is 72 times the 144 degrees answer. Or you can use a proportion over here. This x is actually 2 pips. 2 pips of circumference. 2 pips of circumference. It is occupied x degree, which is central angle. This is 2 pips of circumference. Whole circumference is just see each 360. They occupy 360 degree. Now find out the value of x. C is cancelled out. X equals 360 times this way, right? 2 over 5, which is the same thing, isn't it? You can use like this proportion. Any question number 20? Remember, length of arc always proportion to its central angles. This length of arc over here increased about 3 times. X, 3 times. To get from here 3 times. Central angle 90, another 90, 90, 270, always what? 3 times increase. Is okay? All right, so actually this is what? 2 pips of circumference. The other way, this is what? 2 pips of 360, same thing. Circumference is what? Is actually occupied angle. This is, we said, and you have a geometry. On this over here, okay, intersected arc is how much? 360 right down over here, right? Okay? This is what circumference. Circumference angle is 360. This we said measure of arc. When you measure of arc over here, this is 60. You can write down over here 62. Okay, this is a measure of arc from this here. They occupy the 60 degree. Okay, this is we said measure of arc. AB. Any question on number 20? All right, number 16. A is a solution of the equation above. A is a positive, but solution is a positive slope, a positive resolution, right? Because this is quadratic, they might have 1 or 2, okay, solution set, including what? Imaginary or real. What is the solutions? But that's when you find the solutions. We're gonna find the solutions. Okay, this is section 3. It doesn't need any calculator. You know that this is a factorable. Just a factor this one. X minus 4, x plus 3 equals 0. This is a factor. It can be, this is not SAT questions. It can stay here. It doesn't belong to over here. To belong to over here, it should be factorable. So we have 2 solutions. X equals 4 or x equals negative 3. I did wrong. This plus, this is a plus, this is a minus, right? So this is a minus, this is a plus. Yeah, that is correct. So we have 2 solutions that one is positive, the other is negative. But this solution should be positive. So we take this one, A equals 3, right? Any other questions? Number 16. Okay. Any other further questions on this section 4? Are you guys good? All right. Now I'll talk about this as okay. Okay, we did this one. I'm gonna save this one for the later. I'm gonna. Okay, section 4, your weekend homework. Okay. I'm gonna put over here section classwork 6 over here. So we're gonna have a little more tips. What time is it? Okay, we're gonna have a 10-minute break. Okay, so everybody come back 12 o'clock. Okay, all right, I'm gonna pause the recording over here. All right, the direct variation. Okay, this direct variation is proportion. Okay, just we said proportion or direct proportion because the proportion means what? Direct proportion. That's why we just say proportion. You know what is the proportion? The ratio R equals. Then we said proportion. Okay, they're equivalent, right? 1/2 equals 2/4 equals 3/6. Right? This is just said proportion. Because we know that 1/2, 2/4 is 1/, they have always 1/2. The ratio is equals. Okay. All right. Direct variation between x and y always constant over here. For examples, if this is x, this is y. If this is x is 0, can you see that x equals 0, y equals 0? Always we start with 0 and 0. Direct variation is always when x equals 0, y should be 0. When x is 1, I'm going to use a k. K we set constant. Usually we said constant of proportionality. Okay, constant of proportionality or similarity is okay too. Already k times. When x is 1, I'm going to use k equals 5. Y equals always 5 times of value of x. At this time, constant of proportionality is 5. But sometimes we use this just simple dilation factor. It doesn't matter. So when x is 1, y is 5. When x is 2, 5 times 2 is 10. When x is 3, 5 times 3 is 15, something like that. When you're over here, when you divide by x, both sides, divided by x, divided by x. Y over x is already 5, right? The ratio between two numbers, y and x, always 5. You can see that where, except 0 and 0, okay? Except, this is except. Only positive. 5 over 1 is 5. 10 over 2 is 5. 15 over 3 is 5. But in this case, y equals 5x is what? Direct variation. Or y and x are proportional. You can say y over x equals 5 means what? Y and x are proportional. Okay? So if they are direct variation, then you can use this one or this, which is the same thing, but different expression. Y equals 5x is actually equals to what? Y over x is 5, same things. And this one, y equals 5x is what equation form. This is we said what equation form. Y over x is 5 is what proportion form. just two different forms. Okay, you can use like either of this when they it said, okay, there is between x and y there proportionality. Okay, proportion relationship. What's the graph of this proportion relationship? Already the graph is y equal kx is what pass through the origin. This graph, when you have this graph, the value of x and y on this line, x and y always what they are in proportional relationship. What about this one? This is also linear, but this is not passed through the origin. So this times x and y are not proportional. Are you guys with me? For example, if you have this one, y equals 5x plus 1. When x equals 0, y equals 1. This is already violate. It should be 0 and 0. This is not 0. When x equals 1, y equals 5 times 1 plus 1 is 6. When x equals 2, 2 times 5 is 10 plus 1 is 11. This also violate. Because what? 6 over 1 is 6. 11 over 2 is about 5.5. They have a different ratio. But this both will be linear, but this is a very special case when they are passed through the origin. This is, we said, x and y are in proportion. In proportion means x and y are proportional relationship. Proportional relationship. Okay. That. Okay, now we're gonna have some exercise one over here. The variable y varies directly proportional. Directly proportional means what? This is proportional. We can use this one or this one. When y is 15, x is 5. Y over x. When y is 15, x is 5. When x is 12.5, what is the y? You can use this proportion. Okay. You know how to get this number, right? Divided by 4. That is 0.4. Okay. Cross multiplication. 5 times y equals 15 times 12.5. When you divide by 5 over here, 15 over 5 is 3. When you do 3 times 12.5 is what? 37.5. Okay, that's the answer. You want to use this equation form? You can use this y equals kx because what? This is unknown numbers. When y is 15, x is 5, k times 5. So this constant will be k equals 3. Put this number go back over here. Now we got the y equations. Y is always 3 times the value of x. Using this one, find over here when we got x is 12.5, just times 3. It's that number. Okay. All right. Can you guys any questions on this one? Proportionality, proportion, or direct variation, it's the same. They are all same meaning. If they said direct proportional, we can use the proportion or the equation. All right, now the next one, number 2. I'm not going to do everything, okay? Just right, I'm going to select to understand what is proportional. A group of workers can harvest all grapes from 10 square meters. This is the area, 10 square meters. They can finish in 20 minutes. At this rate means what? Same rate, which is going to be proportion. That means it's a proportion. That's the rate. Okay. For example, maybe you can check it out very quickly. This is 10 square feet. If we got 20 square feet, it's going to be doubled, 40 minutes. Yep, this is true. This is what they are proportional relationship. Right? You know that they are in that relationship. Now, jump. We have 300 square feet. 300 is what? 30 times of this number 10. So we need what? 30 times of this times 20 times 30 is going to be 600 minutes will be taken. So set up the proportion. 10 square feet need what? 20 minutes. 600 square feet, how many minutes? That's the proportion. Proportion is actually what? Similar. Proportion is actually what? Working same as similar. But similar is what? It depends on figure, 3 sides, 4 sides, 5 sides. They are always corresponding side. This is 5, this is 12, this is 13. This is right triangle triplet. You gotta memorize this one. 3, 4, 5, 5, 12, 13. One more, 8, 15, 17, up to here. You gotta memorize this on your SAT. Now you can multiply any numbers. 2 is okay. 3, 4. If this is 2, what is it? 6, 8, 10. This is times 2 is what? 10, 24, 26. This is times 2 is what? 16, 30, 34. But most of our SAT, they gave this one, and this one, and this one. Very simple numbers, not twice that number. This is 5, this is what? 13, this is 18. There's a proportional. So what's the rate? 13 over 18, that is proportional. Isn't it? Now I'm going to find out this length, x. Also proportional corresponding side. Don't mix it up, okay? 12 over x. If I find this one equals, what is it? 5 over y. They are all proportional. That's why in triangle, every corresponding side we set in proportion. Especially over here, df. df is y. We're going to find it from here and here. Cross multiplication. 13 times y this way, and 5 times 18 is 90. What is the value of y? Y equals 90 over 13. That's this. Why is it proportional? What is the value of a? They are proportional. Use y over x, or y equals what? Always times constant times the value of x. Or you can use the proportion of y over x. Y over x is a equals to 1. Over here, 5a equals to 8. They must be equal. That is a proportion. But this time h canceled out, which is 5. So a over 1 is 5. A is 5. Any questions on this? Okay, I have some. I want to give us some story. Before you go into college, any college, good college, oh, they're all good, I think. Their college all good. you must build before you're going to college. You must build a little strong math background. Okay. Because I have a many students. I'm tutoring them in the summer, in their summer vacation. Okay, a lot of students they had a very struggle to follow their classwork, especially calculus 1. They have 2 in college. Because this calculus 1 and 2 based on physics 2 plus physics. Or someone take a multivariable. Or someone take a discrete. I'm teaching discrete right now, linear system. Actually, if they have a strong background, this multivariable not hard. This is not hard. They can do that. But always multivariable, discrete, or calculus, this is what need what basic background. Okay. So this student, they have spend a lot of time on this course right now. So you guys, to avoid this trouble, just try to, build a strong background on your mathematics. Okay, if not, a lot of trouble when you go to college, because at least you need to take at least a credit around 18 credit for this mathematics. 6 courses. Okay. If you graduate high school, that's not all. Another courses in your college, a little more depressible. High school is nothing. College is more depressible because after graduate, they're gonna write out, have some interview. Okay, they wanna go write out some company, but they're gonna see your record, GPA. It's on your problem, your future. It's serious. Okay. I have in this summer, every summer, I got like 5 or up to 7 students. Usually I did this on Saturday and Sunday, but there are a lot of trouble. All right. All right, number 6. Why is the direct proportion 2x? The graph is a direct proportion. The equation looks like this: y equals kx. That's the right equation for. When x equals 0, y equals 0 is going to pass origin. This is only one graph of path origin. This is x and y are direct relationship or proportional relationship. Okay, that's it. Just remember, okay, what is the graph of this direct variation and how we find unknown numbers use direct variation. Proportion, use the proportional equation. Y over x is k or y equal k times x. Use this equation. All right, now the next one is the inverse variation. What is the inverse variation? One is up, the other one is down, but there's a rule. Already their product has some number constant, it doesn't change. From here to here, near Boston. It takes 200 miles. If you speed 40 miles per hour, it's going to be take 5 hours. Why? 200 over 40, distance over speed. Speed is the rate. Distance over rate or speed is going to take time, 5 hours. Okay, I'm going to boost the speed up to 80 miles. Wow, double. 200 over 80, or 2.5 hours. Reduces to half. Can you say speed is double, time is reduced, same rate. Now I'm going up to 100 miles, very fast. Nobody drives this, okay? 100 miles, only 2 hours. 200 miles, so fast. It takes only 1 hour. But this side, speed is up. The other one is what? Going down. Okay, this is going down. This is what? Going up, increase numbers. But there is some rule there. That's some rule. This distance doesn't change. This distance cannot be changed. This is the fixed numbers. 40 times 5, same distance. 80 times 2.5 is going to be same distance. 100 times 2 is what? 200. 200 times 1 is 200. I'm going to take this as x. This is y. These two numbers are variable. One is x, the other one is y. X times y is already 200, which is k. When you have this relationship, we say x and y are inverse proportion. Okay? So x times y is a constant. Their graph is over here. Maybe you can use this one. Y equals k over x graph. This is a constant, 1 over x. For example, k is 1. This is a graph. X is increased, y, x is increased. You can see that y is decreased. But anyway, their product is always constant numbers. This is inverse variation. Okay? All right. Remember, this number k product unchanged. But we're going to check it out. Is this a proportion or inverse proportion? One quantity is increased, the other quantity decreased. That is inverse. Both were increased or decreased the same way. That is just direct proportion. This is the inverse proportion. Inverse is the opposite meaning of direct. Number 1 over here. Cost of hiring bus for 3 to Niagara Falls is 400. Yeah, total cost to rent bus. Big bus, we need to pay $400. 25 people go on trip. They're going to share, right? 400 divided by 25, it will be how much? $16. Each one is $16. What will cost per person in dollars? You can just simply divide by 25, equally divide, right? 400 over 25. Take 400 over 25. 25, 15, $16. But we're gonna apply this inverse. If you are only one, you only one go trip using this bus, you're gonna pay $400. Okay? And 25 go on trip, it's gonna be less. That's right, inverse variation. So 1 times 400 equals 25 times some numbers. This is equally divided. Okay? The number of what? Cost and number of people, cost and number of people is going to be, their product must be equal. This is inverse variations. So 400 equals 25x. You can divide it by 25, same as before. So x equals $16. Now the next one, number 2, table number 2. Four typists can finish the typing of a manuscript in 9 days, because that is not one paper. 4 papers. 4 papers take around 9 days. If you have more typists, the number of days decreasing, because what job is, what is the job? Typing same manuscript. Same job is fixed. That is a K value. Same job, more typists, less days. This is 12 typists there. It's going to be less days, X days. It's the same job. What is that? 4 times 9 days, it's going to be actually 36 days, okay? So 4 times 9 equals 12 times X. That's the equal. Because 4 times 9 is what? Actually, that is a 36-day job if we want people working. 4 times 9 is 36. That means what is that? This is, we said, job value. This job value is for 1 people. If you got 1 guy is working alone, it's going to take like 36 days. This is a job value. Because we working 4 typists. 4 typists, they're going to divide by 4. That's why they got 9 days each. So job value means what? The number of hours when only 1 typist is working. That is the job value. This is the same thing. 12 times X should be equals 36 job value. 9 times 4 or X times 12, it's going to be same numbers. Are you guys with me? So sum of these two and the product of these numbers already give us what? Same job value. Job doesn't change. So that must be equal, right? 4 times 9 equals 12 times X. So X equals, when you divide by 12, 36 over 12 is what? It's going to be 3 days. Or simply, maybe you can say 9 days, because 4 typists, 12 typists. Typist is 3 times increase. 3 times increase. Inverse variation means what is that? 3 times increase, the other one is 3 times decrease. That's right? That's the rule. If this is 3 times increase, the other one is 3 times decrease. Still what? Cancel out X times Y, the same numbers. This is 4 times increase. This is what? 4 times decreased. 12 is what? 3 times decrease. So number of days decreased by 3 times. 9 over 3 is what? 3 days. You can solve it that way too if you know the property of inverse variation. Is it okay? Number 4 here. They said it is inverse. They varies inversely as X. Anyway, the job volume or whole number, entire number must be fixed one. You know that 2 times 25 is 50. 5 times 10 is 50. 4 times 1 number is 50. 8 times 1 number is 50. From here, you can find the value of A, right? A is what is that? Divided by 4. 50 over 4. This 50 over 8. That's it. This is 12.5. This was 6 point, how much? 25, right? But some of these numbers, 18.75 is the answer. Okay, can you guys figure out difference between direct variation and the inverse variation? Direct variance is what they increase or decrease with same rate, same directions. Inverse variance is one is increase, the other one is decrease. But it should be same ratio, same rate. One is increase, the other one is increase with the same rate, not different rate. 3 times increase, the other variable by 3 times decrease, okay? Not the other number, which is 2 times, that is wrong. Or other way was same as this. I'm not going to do this one, okay? Now we're going to do this one, remainder theorem. I think everybody knows this already. What is remainder? This is a very interesting property in polynomial equations. When you have this one, I'm going to prove it. Remainder. This is a number case 15 over 4, they remainder. This is 3, 2, 12, and 3. This is a quotient. This is divisor. This is a quotient. This is remainder. Because what? This number is smaller than this number, we cannot divide. That's not enough. That's why this is remainder. But this remainder cannot be more than equals 4, which is divisor. Now using these numbers can be expressed. Divisor times quotient and plus remainder. You can express this way. Okay. All right. This is number case. Now we have a polynomial. Polynomial. I'm going to use this one. I have this one. F of x equals x squared plus 3x and minus 5. This is dividend. Inside the number we said dividend, right? This is polynomial also dividend. This is actually same as 15. Not 15, but same meaning, same situations. I'm going to use divisor should be less than this degree, right? I'm going to use the divisor is one of this. X squared plus 3x minus 5. I'm going to take the divisor, the x minus 1 is the divisor. Okay, already you know the long division, right? Just eliminate the highest degree of your x. So this is x, this is x squared, we multiply x. So we got the x squared minus, we still have this number, right? Okay, x times minus 1 is the negative x. When you take up over here, we got 3x minus minus, all right? 3x minus minus a positive plus 4x and minus 4. You still have a degree 1, degree 1. Looks like if you have a 4 over here, same number, in polynomial, same degree. Okay, continue, divide, isn't it? This is degree 1, a little bit different, right? This is in polynomial division. Okay, remainder always one, less degree of this divisor. This is degree 1, degree 2, keep continuing. To limit this, we multiply by 4. 4 times x is 4x minus 4 times negative 4. No, minus 5 minus 4, that equals negative 1. This is a constant, this is degree 1, this is the remainder now because our constant is degree 0. This is degree. This is remainder, okay? Okay, same as this, I'm going to set up this way, in the same way. X squared plus 5x, 3x minus 5, This one can be expressed what? Divisor times quotient. This is divisor. This is quotient. And remainder is 1, negative 1. That's the expression. So we know that negative 1 is the remainder. Right, this is f of x, same thing. Okay, now we start from here. That's our main idea. But in this case, the number case to find the remainder, we need long division. We need a division, right? We can divide. But in polynomial case, we can find the remainder without using long division. How? Plug in some special number. Some special. Okay, some special number. How can you find this number without using any long divisions from plugging some special number? Special number is what? X. The idea is what? Our concern only remainder, not this one. We don't care about these numbers. We don't care about this number means what? Can we make this term make a 0? Yes, we can make a 0 for value of what? X is 1, that is 0, or X is negative 4, they can be 0. This is we set special value. Are you guys with me? All right. When you put this number X into the equation, because the left hand side, expressions, right hand side expressions, they are already what? Equal, the same expressions. Same expressions. When you expand, they are exact same expression. That means when you plug in any number of X, they must be equal. Especially when X is 1 or X is negative 4, give us what? Some remainder. That's why this number is called special number. Now put this number X is 1, they must be same result. Okay, I'm with it. Put this number 1 into the equations. 1 plus 3 times 1 and minus 5. Oh, this one is not our concern. 1 minus 1 is 0. 1 plus 4 minus 1. This one all going to 0. I use what? X is 1. So this number left hand side how much? 1 plus 3 minus 5 equals negative 1. Can you see that? 3 minus 1 minus 5 is 1 equals negative 1 equals now. That's true. It is okay? That's true. So what does it mean? What does this mean? F of 1. When you prove F of 1 instead of this one, because we know that they have the same number, using this one. Okay? To find this right hand side, they have a remainder over here, right? Yeah, this is not necessary. Now, when you put this number X is 1 over here, 1 minus 1 is 0, negative 1, right? We got the negative 1. That is the remainder there. What that means? This means when you got the 1 over here, this one is where is it coming from here. To make 0, okay, from here. That means what is that? When f of x is divided by factor of linear factor always, okay, x minus 1. Okay, when f of x divided by this is f of x, this is f of x divided by x minus 1, the remainder is negative 1. That's the meaning. You can translate this way. I'm going to give you another expressions. When you got f of 2 equals 5, what that means? This is actually what it is. When x is 2, y is 5, okay? It represents a 0.2. Represents a 0.2. But another meaning for remainder theorem, f of 2 equals 5 means when we divide f of x. I'm going to write down. When f of x divided by, that is better, right? When f of x is divided by, where is this coming from? X minus 2. X minus 2. The remainder is 5. That's the mean. The recently taken SAT, they give this type of questions already. They have given them, for examples. Maybe you can see this one, okay, when you take the mock test. .5. This is given many point, 2 point, okay? Many point is given. But this is f of x. The question over here. If f of x is divided by x minus 2, what is the remainder? That's the questions. Not same, but very similar questions, okay? Maybe you can see this one next time. That's the questions. So A, B, C, D. Okay, what do you remember when f of x divided by x minus the remainder is what? Put this number value, make 0, 2. You put this number here. That is the remainder. F of 2 is the remainder. How much is the f of 2? Put this number over here, 5. Answer is 5 is the answer. Any questions on this remainder theorem? One more over here, for example. If we got this one, x minus 2 equals to negative 6. How can you translate this one? When f of x, some f of x, we don't know, that is unknown. We just have a remainder over here when divided by what? The vector should be x plus 2 at this time, right? Because to make it 0, we prove here x minus 2. That's why over here, x minus 2. So when f of x divided by x plus 2, the remainder is negative 6. That is the remainder here. Are you guys with me? Now the next one is a factor theorem. exactly what factor theorem, the very specific case of remainder exactly equals remainder theorem. It's same thing, but especially where remainder is zero. When remainder is zero, we set factor theorem. For example, if I got this one, x squared minus 3x plus 2. We know that this one can be factored. X minus 2, x minus 1, that's a factor. Now, when you divide by this f of x by x minus 2, can you take it out? When f of x is divided by x minus 2, divided by this one. What's the remainder? X minus 1 is a quotient. Now, remainder is 0, right? Can you see that? This is cancelled out. F of x is actually x minus 2, x minus 1. This is divided by x minus 2, cancelled out. We got the only quotient. Remainder is 0. Because over here, 0. No numbers. Okay? Okay. When f of x divided by x minus 1, x minus 2, okay, if and f of x, f of 2 equals 0. Okay? F of x when a little different. Okay, I'm going to do this. When f of a equals 0, I'm going to use f of 1 using this number. 2 is okay. We did 2, right? Divided 2 means what? F of 2. When you put this number 2 over here, f of 2 is 0, isn't it? This is going 0, 0. The remainder is 0. That means if this is when this if what that means, this is 0, x minus 2 from this factor, this term, x minus 2 is a factor of f of x. That is a factor because there's no remainder. There's no remainder, so this term can be factored, right? Product form. From here, this is -1. This is not factors because what? That's the product, but this is still -1. We cannot say this is a factor of f of x. No way. Only product form is a factor of what? These numbers. 12 is what? 2 times 6. This is a number factor. 2 is a factor of 12. 6 is a factor of 12. If we have this one, 4 times 2 plus 4. Okay, okay, a little different. Maybe 5 times 1 plus 7. Is this a remainder? This is not remainder. Forget this. All right. So factor theorem is when the remainder theorem, the remainder is 0. Okay, that linear factor can be a factor of this one. For example, another one. I'm going to put over here 1, f of 1. Put this number in there. 0, isn't it? Here and here, both will be 0. Remainder 0. That means what? F of x minus 1 is a factor of f of x. So when you try to find the pre-calculus, okay, when you try to find the solutions, with some zeros, right, x-intercept, you can plug and try to plug in some value of x, right, in higher degree equations. Okay, now move on this one over here. Now remember here, okay? F of A is R when divided by, oh, this is a mistake. X minus A is what factor, okay? All right. Now try this number one. This is a very popularized set equations. Okay. So f of x is given. This one is divided by x minus 3. The remainder is 25. But actually, if you start from beginning, this f of x, x squared plus 3x plus k, when you divide by x minus 3, there must be some quotient, but remainder is 25. You can express this way, right? This is divisor, but this is a quotient, remainder equal to this f of x. But if you use a factor theorem, just find out the value of x which makes this 0, which is x equal 3, 3 minus 3 equals 0. Put this number 3 over here. 3, this is going to 0. We just got a remainder. But when you print the number 3, left hand side, right hand side, it has the same number, which is the same value of 25. 3 move from here. 9 plus k. That's the remainder anyway. Also remainder over here, we already got 25. Same remainder, right? When you divide by 3. When you divide by x minus 3, the remainder must be equals. Right, so this is 18 plus k equals 25. So k should be negative 7, right? No, just positive 7. All right, okay, one more over here. What is the remainder? You want to use a long division? You can use a long division, but use what remainder theorem. When you divide by x minus 3, put this number x to make 0 is a negative 3. That is the remainder. Where is f of 3? This is f of 3. Put this number into the x. Negative 3 cubed, negative 3 squared, negative 3, and minus 1. That's the remainder. Now calculate this. Negative 7 cubed, negative 27, minus positive 9, plus positive 9 again, and minus 1. So these two terms going to 0. Negative 28 minus 1 is a negative 28 is the remainder. One more question over number 3 over here. Find the value of x which remainder is 0 now. Remainder is 0 when you divide it by x minus 1. What's the remainder? Put this number x is 1 over here, right? Put this number 1. That's the remainder. Find out. 1 cubed, 1. 5 x squared is 1 and 1 again, and k, that's going to be equal to 0. That's the remainder. Negative 5 plus is negative 3, and plus k, that is equals to 0. So k equals how much? 3, right? Okay. Any questions on this work? Okay, the next one is the factor theorem. Okay, we need no more time. Okay, we can finish this factor theorem next time, one more time, okay? Very quickly, okay? It doesn't take too long. So I think that is not enough time to express my factor theorem. Okay, I'm gonna stop you. Okay, I'm gonna finish the class here, okay? Okay. Section 4, last time, class work 5 is going to be your long weekend homework. Okay, you can try that. That is very important. Okay, first you can try after I check out the answer. Okay, that is a lot of help, right? Okay, so you guys have a great weekend. Okay, I'll see you next week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.